Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today we're talking about Power Rangers Dino Fury episode 15, which is Storm Surge. And I have got to admit, I absolutely hated this episode. I'm not gonna lie, I found this episode to be really annoying, and I've never hated a Ranger as much as Ollie in this one. And what am I talking about? Well, basically this entire episode falls around Ollie and his tech. He has to have the newest tech. Any old tech that he has, even if it's in like top tip condition, he doesn't want. It has to be brand new. And it's just the way Ollie is in this entire whole like episode. It feels like he's really smug, and it pisses me off. Normally I can like kind of take it a little bit, but mainly is Ollie needed to drop some stuff off for Javi, and he doesn't do it because he gives some lame excuse that I can't remember. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm really sorry, I'll do it. It's more like, oh, I was picking up these, oh, it was a headset. He was picking up some new headphones, which he thought was a lot better and needed more attention because it's, you know, new tech, like, gets rid of sound, cancels noise and stuff like that. And when Javi says like, oh, what about your old headphones? Like, oh, I just don't need them anymore. And it also kind of feels like when watching this, like Jane in this was actually, to be fair, like a boss. She comes in, she asks about where the story is. Javi hasn't done it, and you know, Javi says, "Oh look, you know, it's Ollie was meant to help me, but he didn't." And what I kind of really liked about this was the fact that, you know, she actually took charge. Like, I need these stories. Go get these stories. You do this. Forget that story. This is what you're working on, because a storm is kind of brewing around the bay, and no one knows what it is. It's been circling. But Zato brings up the whole thing of like, hey, the Nexus prison was here a little while ago. You know, it was searching for something but couldn't find it. And we know it's the Gold Ranger. It's just the Gold Ranger in this one. So I kind of thought, oh, that's quite cool. But there's kind of no lead up. There was nothing there to make me go, do you know what? That's really cool. Ollie then disappears, and Javi says, look, you know, can I interview you? Because, you know, I want to interview your mum. And Ollie's like, no, I don't want you to interview my mum. Like, she's off limits. Like, no, none of her friends can go near him. And I didn't kind of understand this because it's just an interview. So he's like, oh yeah, no, you can interview me. And Javi's like, okay, cool, I'll do this. And he says, look, 2 o'clock, get this sorted, get this done. And Ollie's like, yeah, 2 o'clock. So it kind of like switches to Ollie's mum, and Ollie then complains that the technology that his mum is using is obsolete, it's too old. There is a brand new laptop that has just come out, and Slifer and Mucus absolutely hear this and go, oh, new laptop, maybe we can give the Ranger a taste on this. So there's an entire thing. It kind of jumps about, but I think the main thing that really pisses me off a lot is the fact that Ollie has to count these gumballs. Now, to win the laptop, that Slifer in human form is saying, hey, like, you know, you can have this if you guess exactly how many like gumballs there are. You know, Javi says, hey, look, can you please just do this interview? You know, think about this much later. And Ollie's like, yeah, I will. And then when Javi is asking him questions, little things like, oh, you know, so how did you come up with the technology? What's the technology like? You know, Ollie's just being like, yeah, oh, you asked, yeah, whatever, yeah. And then he figures it all out. And it's just the excuse, that the thing that Ollie gives Javi at the very end, which is like, Javi goes, oh, you know, you were meant to do the interview. He's like, no, I just don't give a shit. It's I don't give a shit mentality. And it just infuriated me, because I think I would have turned around, and I've had this happen to me in the past where I've just pulled them aside and said, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You know, you should be helping me right now. You shouldn't be like thinking this. And I would have just called him out on it and said, look, mate, you're not being a good friend right now. You know, you're the one who said I couldn't interview your mum, who would have been the better person for this entire job. No, you turn around and you just can't be asked. And I think I would just kept calling Ollie out all the time, like, why are you like this? Like, you know, you could have waited to the end rather than trying to figure out, because it's not going anywhere. It infuriated me, and it makes me angry just even thinking about this right now. In all, we've got the monster of the day. So I can't remember the monster's name, But the monster has the ability to control water. So he's able to use shields, use it as a Kami Ball, an energy ball, whatever. I really like this because the Rangers were not even able to even get a look in whatsoever. Even using their power-up modes, it's like literally like throwing it, attacking it, stuff like that, just didn't work whatsoever, which I generally was thinking that's actually a cool monster ability. Cutting it short in a way, because obviously the monster came in before the whole like helping out and stuff like that. The Rangers can't defeat it, so Slifer has taken control of for some strange reason, like it's just weird how fast he was able to control it. So the laptop has been hacked by Slifer, and he's able to control the drone that's underneath the water, which has found the Gold Ranger and pulls it to shore, which then releases him because the monster Slifer and Mucus like, oh, we're gonna get there, we're gonna deliver this to Void Knight, etc., etc. And obviously you see Ollie's mum kind of watching everything that's going on. You know what else is going on? The fact that you haven't subscribed yet. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. But anyway, carrying on. As the Rangers can't defeat this water monster whatsoever, the Gold Ranger gets out from the entire whole, like his coffin, casket, whatever, his box, and then goes off and helps the Rangers and comes in quite quickly, uses his power-ups, uses his weapons, etc., etc., and defeats the monster. And it's so cool because the monster's like, oh, well, this shield is going to help me. So, no, you're not, because obviously, electricity and water don't mix. So the monster is very quickly defeated, but, as Zato is kind of like going, oh, it can't be, the Gold Ranger goes, hey, Zato, and then just teleports out, and I'm like, if that is not sending a message, that is not how you send a message. I just thought it was kind of cool when this happened. Zato is very spooked out about this, and he grabs the Sporix and he teleports away. Everyone's like going, hey, you got Rangers, we got a new Gold Ranger, and then goes into basically silly antics with Jayborg as well as Jane, and it's blowing the biggest bubble, and that's particularly it. That's the entire episode kind of broken down really quickly. Now my thoughts is there are parts of this episode I really liked, and Campbell in this, I thought it was really kind of cool. It was nice to see him because obviously we've seen the voice, or we've heard the voice. So it was nice to see, his face in this, and it, he definitely brought out the Slifer like energy, which I generally really kind of liked. I didn't mind the Gold Ranger entrance. To me, it felt like Zeo Gold, like, when the Zeo Ranger comes in. So it kind of gave me flashbacks to that, where obviously you see Gold Ranger like jumps in, takes down the monster and stuff, and that was the kind of thing. But I think that was kind of it. There wasn't a lot more in this episode. It mainly more angered me because of the way that Ollie was, and I felt like, if you needed him as a friend, he wouldn't be the best person to come and like help you out or wait for you or do anything. I feel like if you asked him for a favor, if the new whatever tech came out, he would be there like straight away. And I hate the fact that at the end of the lesson or the end of the day, he had to learn that lesson. And I just felt like it didn't feel good. Considering the last episode where he's like, oh, hey, like I'm more kind of scared to lose you as a friend and stuff like that, as his entire team. This one is more like, I just don't give a shit, like fuck you all type thing. It just irritates me, and thinking about it irritates me more. Apart from that, the episode wasn't too bad, but I feel like this was kind of a really major big letdown for me, and I just didn't really want to carry it on. It's just like it is. Gold Ranger entrance was nice. I kind of want to see more of it before I give my opinion on the Gold Ranger himself, but for what it came, entrance was okay. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to leave it there. What did you think about all of this? Have you seen the episode? What did you think? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like, Ollie, let me know. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとう。チャンネル登録、高評価お願い。